ladies and gentlemen, it's me, T-Bone, from the LUNSB Show with T-Bone and Chick Brew. It's Sunday, it's 10:30, it's time for the Supplemental. That's right, we come to you every Sunday morning and we do three things. We talk about your national days of the week. We tell you about a community, a comedy, or a charity event that's upcoming we want you to know about. And we finish it off with the fan favorite segment, This Week in History, a trivia style. What's up, Robert? Good morning. Good morning. Who we got with us today so far? We got Matt, we got Ted, we got Mother, we got Robert. We got a good crew this morning. More time for other people to roll into the fold, as they would say, and be here in time for This Week in History trivia style. Again, fan favorite. But we start the week off, as we start every week off, with your national days of the week. Sound check, everybody. I'm good everywhere. Robert, I'm good over there. Mother, I'm good over there. You already told me I'm good over there. But I did go away. I did come back. Anyway, let's get it started with your national days of the week. Starting with mañana, domani, tomorrow, August the 25th. It is National Kiss and Make Up Day. If there is someone out there, all good in the hood, good. If there is someone out there that you need to make amends with, there's no better excuse than August 25th, National Kiss and Make Up Day. Now, when they say kiss and make up, I think they're not being literal, you know. Hug and make up. You ain't got to kiss, you got a beef with a bro, you don't have to kiss him. It's the sentiment, okay? It's the sentiment of kissing and making up. If you need to make amends with someone, it's an excuse to do it. It's an opportunity. It's one of the steps. You know what I'm saying? Friends of Bill. Just and if it's lingering with you, if it's hanging on, if it's in your prefrontal cortex, if you are thinking about someone that you have wronged or who has wronged you, there's only one way to get through it. Forgive and forget. Acknowledge whatever differences you may have had. Forgive them for having a different opinion and forget it ever happened. And move on. Otherwise, you're letting that person live rent-free in your noggin. So, yeah, Monday, August 25th, National Kiss and Make Up Day. Which, by the way, I saw your comment. Which, by the way, if you ever want to reach out to any of our friends from the Philippines in a crowded location, is a great way to get their attention. Just try it sometime. Like, go to a casino on a cruise ship where there's a bunch of Filipinos working, and you'll get their attention, I promise. National Kiss and Make Up Day. Moving on. I thought that said hot dog. Tuesday, August 26th. It's National Dog Day. I'm taking it. I need an excuse to take the day off. National Dog Day is the perfect excuse. Because I know you people who are not dog people cannot understand. But there is nothing better than just chilling with my puppy, man. He looks at me with those eyes, those knowing eyes, and he looks up to me with admiration, and he's soft and velvety to the touch, and he loves being touched, and he gives great cuddles. Yeah, Tuesday, August 26th, National Dog Day. Why don't we all just take off? All of us dog owners, we gave the lefties their day, left-handers for, those people. We gave the cat people their day. It's our day, man. Let's all just take the day and go play with our dogs. How about that? August 26th, National Dog Day. Moving on. Oh, Lucy say it her day. I did describe both dogs and boobs. Remember, there is me and this. There's live, and then there's the chopped up. And I do a chopped up the National Days of the Week that includes all of the flubs and the uhs and the ers and the ahs. And then I do a very one day at a time where I chop out all the nonsense. So if you're watching live or you're watching the longer version of National Days of the Week, you get all the extras for free. Moving on. Wednesday, August 27th. I don't know why I started to get into a William Shatner cadence there. Wednesday, August 27th, National Banana Day. And as soon as I said the word banana, I immediately thought of a minion. Banana. There are other days of this week that have bananas in them. I chose not to use them. But I don't know why this week of August focuses on the banana, which is amazing and delicious and tasty. And is there any concoction you've ever had that bananas didn't make better? Like when I had young man's teeth, I loved grape nuts. If you're older, you will understand. But as a young man, I loved the grape nuts. As an older man, I don't eat the grape nuts because you don't know if that's a grape nut or your teeth. You just don't know anymore. So, yeah, grape nuts. It's like eating gravel. And you throw a couple of slices of banana on there. Woo, man. A banana is to fruit what a deviled egg is to breakfast. That's a bad analogy. I'm trying to say that bananas are great, and I love them. And for some reason, I will have a bushel with me on the quarterdeck, August 27th, National Banana Day. So stop by, get yourself a banana. Banana. Moving on. I'm going to let Mother choose, okay? In my left hand, Mother, I have an idea. It's going to be this one. And in my right hand, it's going to be this one. You choose over here on the TikToks. I know it's weird. You choose left or you choose right. You're going to choose what I do today. He went left. Thursday, August 28th. It's National Red Wine Day. Excellent choice, my friend. Excellent choice. I love the reds. I love the whites. I love the pinks and the yellows. I really don't care what color my wine comes in. I just know that when I'm drinking it, there needs to be a lot of it. I'm a fan of the cardboard day, okay? The wine that comes in a cardboard box. You see what I did there? Cardboard day. Or, as the hashers would call it, bago! Because inside the cardboard box is a giant bag of wine. And it's tasty, and it's delicious, and it's fruitful. The problem with regular wine bottles is there's not a lot of wine in them. Doesn't matter what color, red or white, you get about 4 glasses of wine in every bottle. And there are times when I'm more than a 4-glass of wine person, but I don't want to drink a whole bottle. So I get a bigger cup and I get some cardboard the red kind. it would be funny that we talk about wine like we talk about Kool-Aid. What flavor Kool-Aid do you want? Red. What kind of wine do you want? Red. If you have a choice between red and white, here's a life hack for you. Drink the red or drink the white. I don't care what it pairs with, what fruity notes it has. If you like the taste of it, enjoy it. And it doesn't matter what color you choose. Unless you're drinking it in celebration of Red Wine Day, then you probably should drink red. But here is the life hack for you. Do not mix the two. There is no more surefire way of getting really drunk and sick than mixing the reds and the whites. Pick one and stick with it and enjoy your day with a cardboard A made of rosa. There we go. Moving on. Shoot. There's a young lady at work, and she does a National Day of the Week thing every day on her office little whiteboard cubicle thingy. And I often walk by to see if we're on the same sheet of paper. And she noticed that I pick food a lot. Well, I mean, all of the options I have here are food and one that isn't food that I can't really work with. I have to work with these on site. I see them and I work with them. So bear with me. Friday, August 29th. It's National Lemon Juice Day. If you like the flavor lemon, you can get it in the Crystal Light packages. But that's, Or you can buy the big concentrated green bottle of lemon juice with the yellow cap. I don't know who makes it. I just buy it. Usually at a discount store, 2 at a time, like 30 gallons. I don't know. It's a lot. But instead of sprinkling packets of lemon juice into water, you take one of those squirty bottle green things, you squeeze it right in there, you get that lemon juice direct that's concentrated. It's going to flavor all of your water. Don't add any sugar to it. Just drink it like it is. Now, lemon juice is not good for your teeth. So don't be going eating no grape nuts after you've been drinking some lemon juice all night. But it is good in that it prevents scurvy. That's right. The vitamin C in lemon juice prevents scurvy. If you were ever a sailor that worked for me, that was the only sickness you were allowed to have. And then I would yell at you to eat more lemons. Why did I tell them not to eat limes? Because we're Americans, not British. There's a whole history there, and you just learned it like that. It's Friday, August 29th, National Lemon Juice Day. Saturday, August 30th, National La Playa Day. They wrote it in English, but I just think it sounds better when you say La Playa. You sound so much more La Playa. Go to the beach day, which is easy if you live near a beach. And when you go to a beach, do it Spanish style. Go there for the day. You roll in early in the morning with all of your stuff and all your compadres. It had more of a Mexican flavor to it. All of your homeboys, your hombres, they all come in with their stuff. And you create this giant tent city of goodness. And everybody's got a cooler with all kinds of cool food in it. And meats and cheeses and boxes of wine. See how it all ties in there with a little lemon juice in your hair. And just make a day of it. And in Spain specifically, that's what they would do. They'd come out early in the morning and they'd set up their fort. And this whole area you had to crawl into to get inside. And it was all one giant family just having a blast at the beach. And then they'd pack it all up. And then they'd go take a nap. And then they'd come back for round 2 the same day. God, I miss living on the beach. If you're lucky enough to live on the beach, go to the beach tomorrow on National Beach Day. Or not tomorrow, but on the 30th. And if you're not lucky enough to live near the beach, but you want to make the trip, it is on a Saturday. So go on out there. Saturday, August the 30th. National Beach Day. Finally, the last one of the week. there is a song about the 1st of May where outdoor copulation starts today. That is the beginning of spring, and now we're going to end up with the end of summer. So here we go with this one. Sunday, August 31st. It's National... What the hell was I thinking? I got this all wrong. I am discombobulated. We got to take two. Try that again. Forget everything I said before. Which is way funnier. Sunday, August 31st. It's National Eat Outside Day. When's the last time you had a good picnic? You know, remember picnics used to be a thing? We'd take food and go and sit in the grass and eat our sandwiches and chips and brie. I don't know. Cute little biscuit basket with cutlery and bears that want to steal them. National Eat Outside Day. Does your car count, or do you have to get out of the car? Do you have to sit there in the playground, which can be weird? Once upon a time, I took 100 Santa Clauses, and we went to the McDonald's. McDonald's was relatively new. We drank a lot of beer at the McDonald's in our Santa Claus costumes, and the only places to sit was near the playground, which was quite confusing for the small children. Mother, who's watching over there, he was one of the Santa Clauses. It was a real thing. So think about that, and think about a way you could celebrate every day, starting with August the 31st, the end of August. National Eat Outside Day. And that's it. That's your National Days of the Week. We're going to end that. We're going to roll right into your community comedy service, community comedy charity. It's one of those three things we're going to tell you about. This one I'm going to tell you about. I want to sell it out. The Four Horsemen of the Comedy Zone. Not the Four Horsemen of the Apocalypse. That could be bad. Okay, if they were doing a show though, would you go? The Four Horsemen of the Comedy Zone. That's Andrew Glessner. That's Manny Santiago, Mike O'Donnell, and Damian Robinson. They will be at the Comedy Zone this coming Friday. 6 days. The 30th, Saturday. This coming Saturday, tickets are $15. You can get them in advance at hbgcomedyzone.com, hbgcomedyzone.com. Buy the tickets there in advance or buy them at the door. Remember, if you buy them at the door, it's cash only. And if you say my name, I'll get you in. Assuming we've still got some tickets left. I'll pay for your ticket. All you got to do is do the thing. You got to do the thing. And if you don't know what the thing is, go back and watch a couple of Warnos. You got to do the thing. It's so funny. Somebody did the thing Friday night, and he brought his wife with him, and she didn't do the thing. So she shouldn't have got in for free. She should have had to pay. But they also won a $100 gift certificate by being the first person to say my name. That is my only Walter White impression that I do. This coming Saturday, August the 30th, at the Comedy Zone, it's the Four Horsemen Show. Again, that's Andrew Glessner, Manny Santiago, Mike O'Donnell, and Damian Robinson, wrangled by the cat herder in charge, the ever-entertaining Mr. Lennon Free. So that's your ComCom note. There she is. I see you. Now... Yes, I heard the laughter, and I was inside. That's funny. Now, for our fan favorite portion of the show, it's time for This Week in History, Trivia Style. Starting all the way back in 1920, August 18th, 1920, the 19th Amendment was ratified, giving U.S. women the right to vote. What state cast the deciding vote? What state made suffrage a thing? I often ask younger people about the United States Constitution, especially those people who've decided to willing to give their life to support and defend the Constitution of the United States of America. And then I asked them questions about the Constitution, because I believe if you're going to raise your right hand and swear to defend the United States Constitution, you should probably know what's in it. And one of my favorite questions is, when did Americans, what amendment gave women the right to vote, and what caused it? And sometimes they'll get it right, but most of the times they wouldn't. And here's the correct answer. It's the 19th Amendment, okay, as we know from the question we just read. And it only happened after the passage of the 18th Amendment. Once we sobered up, we gave women the right to vote. And then, only a few short years later, we realized our mistake and we went back to drinking. All right, here are your multiple choice options. Was it Tennessee, New York, Ohio, or Virginia? August 18th, 1920, the 19th Amendment is passed, giving women the right to vote. What state cast the deciding vote? I do not know. Looking at the list, I'm checking it twice. I'm going to find out who's naughty or not. If I had to guess, I'd probably go with Tennessee. I feel like that's far enough away. I got Mr. Taney there. He's going to go with Ohio. Anybody else want to get your answers in? I've given you as much time as I can give you. Tennessee, New York, Ohio, or Virginia. What state was the deciding vote for passing the 19th Amendment? Jessica is going with Ohio. James is going with Ohio. Robert has refused to answer her. And TikTokers. Okay. I don't know what that means. August 19th, 1934. This German leader officially became Führer after merging the offices of Chancellor and President. Who was it? Who became the Führer in 1934 Germany? Don't really know if we need a multiple choice answer on this one, because let's be honest, we really don't know any other politicians from that time period in that country that went by the name Führer, do we? I'm going to give you the answer. No, you're going to give me your answers, and they're going to count, even though this was probably a little too simple. And then the options don't make it either. I mean, that is a name I recognize. Okay, first off, Joseph Stalin, we know it's not him. Second, Benito Mussolini, we know it's not him. Of course, Adolf Hitler is in the mix, but Kaiser Wilhelm II is an option. I've got some funny answers that are coming out of the Taney household. But was it Hitler or was it Wilhelm? I would not be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if it was Wilhelm, but my answer is going to be Adolfo. I'm going to go with Hitler. James is adamantly going with Hitler. Jessica. No answer yet. Robert has tapped out. Heavy on the meds, probably went back for napping, went back to his sleeping. And I check over here, I got nothing. Jessica goes with Hitler. So we're all tracking so far. Here we go. August 20th, 1977. NASA launched Voyager 2. What famous golden object did it carry on board? What famous golden object got carried aboard Voyager 2? Yes, I am aware that he is Austrian. He was Austrian. Now he's just dead. Do you know what the golden thing was that was on Voyager 2? There is a story beyond a story about this whole golden record thing. I wish I could tell you more. Okay, well, you're doing a great job. Here are your multiple choice options. The golden record with all sorts of ways to kill the human race Mr. Taney for the win. Before he even receives his multiple choice options, he goes with the golden record, which is, of course, one of the options. But they also have the golden moon rock, the golden record, the golden compass, or the golden telescope. That, to me, would be hilarious. And send a golden compass out into the intergalactic space. And then when the receives it, which is how they speak. I'm fluent in, yes. Record, she says. Record, he says. Record, I agree. On drugs, on a bunch of LSD they came up with it. It's so stupid. The record itself, the story behind the golden record is crazy and stupid. August 21st, 1959, Hawaii. Man, I hope they don't get this wrong. Hawaii became the 50th U.S. state. What flower is Hawaii's state flower? That reminds me of the old Craig Ferguson show, the late show with Craig Ferguson, where he would always start every question with, Reykjavik is the capital of Iceland. And then the question would have nothing to do with Reykjavik or the capital of Iceland, or Iceland. Here, we got a little of that flavor. August 21st, 1959, Hawaii became the 50th state. What flower is Hawaii's state flower? Mr. Taney is going with the bird of paradise. Or what the thing is. Picture of Leonardo da Vinci's man. It is not, no. All right, bird of paradise is what he is going with. And it is one of the options. Man, he is on fire today, possibly. Is it the hibiscus, the orchid, the plumeria, or the bird of paradise? I know nothing. But if two of my favorite contestants are both going to say bird of paradise, I'm going to agree with them and say bird of paradise, and then later look it up because apparently it's a gorgeous flower. Okay. Question number 5. Again, our goal is to go 7 for 7 every week. Sometimes we get there, sometimes we don't. If I get the first one wrong, I'm gonna just be mad. August 22nd, 1485. Let's see how smart you are today, sir. The Battle of Bosworth Field ended the War of the Roses. Which king was killed in the battle? It is the Battle of Bosworth Field. It is what ends the War of the Roses, which was a very long war. And the king dies on the field of battle. Which king was it? Was it Edward IV, Richard III, Henry VI, or Henry VII? I'm Henry VIII, I am. Henry VI, Henry V. Wait, Henry VI, Henry VII. They're all in Roman numerals, man. I have to translate. Richard III or Edward IV. I think it's the Lionheart. I believe it's Richard III. He was a fighting man. He loved to fight. He loved to go on the Crusades and fight and get offended by the French and fight them. He loved to fight. If I had to guess, that's my guess. I like this. All right, question number 6. It's August 23rd, 1966. The first picture of Earth from lunar orbit was taken. What Apollo mission sent back that photo? I don't think 5th was an option. Edward IV, Richard III, Henry VI, or Henry VII? I have no idea. She's going to go with the 5th. I like the song, and Henry VI. I went with Richard III. The first picture of Earth from lunar orbit was taken on August 23rd, 1966. Which Apollo mission sent back the photo? Was it Apollo 7, Apollo 8, Apollo 11, or Apollo 17? It seems kind of silly. Okay, she's going with the 6th. Got it. He goes, James is going to lose right there. Blackjack, no trade back. You can't change your answer. He answers with Apollo 11, which is wrong. It's absolutely wrong. Because Apollo 11 doesn't take off anywhere near 1966. But remember, we sent birds up in advance of Apollo 11, 1970, 1969, somewhere in that area. 1966, I believe, was Apollo 7. They went to the moon. They did the Michael Collins thing. They went all the way to the moon. They went around the moon, and they came all the way back, never landing on the moon. Michael Collins did it, and there was a rest stop along the way. They went all the way to the moon. They let two guys go out and play for a while, but he had to stay in the lunar module before. Imagine traveling 250,000 miles and watching your friends go down and play, and you got to stay in the car, and then 250,000 miles all the way back. Again, August 23rd, 1966, the first picture of the Earth was taken from lunar orbit. What Apollo mission did it? Was it 7, 8, 11, or 17? James went with 11. He wrong. Jessica's going to go with 8, and I chose 7. We'll find out soon if our answers were correct. August 24th, 79 AD. I have not even read the rest of this question. I already know the answer. I haven't even read the question. I've only read the date because only one thing happened in 79 AD, and the answer is Mount Vesuvius. Let's find out if I'm close. That was a blind. I did a blind question. August 24th, 79 AD. No, you can't change your answer. I told you, blackjack, no trade back. You get an asterisk. Mount Vesuvius erupted, destroying Pompeii and Herculaneum. What modern-day city is closest to the ruins? All right, so my blind answer was a fail. Pompeii and Herculaneum were both destroyed in the eruption of 79 AD. What is the Italian city that's right next to Vesuvius? Do you know? I wanted to sing that. Hey, table 42, baby. You're going to get Jackie Robinson. Here are your options, and I'm only going to say them in Italian. Was it Napoli, Roma, Firenze, or Venezia? Which was it? Which one of these major cities is near Mount Vesuvius? I know, because I used to look at Mount Vesuvius every day. So I know the city that's there. I'm not giving you my answer until I get yours. Or until we time out. One of the two. Again, your options: Naples, Rome, Florence, or Venice. What major metropolitan city is closest to Mount Vesuvius? All right. Well, I've waited long enough. If you're not going to answer, you're not going to answer. The answer is Naples. Answers, please. Here are the answers for today's question. Questions. Answer number 1, Tennessee. So basically, y'all done right there. Right at the get-go, I correctly guessed Tennessee, while you chose Ohio. Question number 2, it was Adolf Hitler that was the first Führer. Question number 3, was the golden record. Question number 4, I thought this. I thought it was a hibiscus. But I listened to you two. I let you two fool me into thinking it was a bird of paradise. We all got it wrong. Question number 5 was Richard III. Oh, had I not listened to you, I feel like I could have. Nope, I couldn't have. Because question number 6 was Apollo the 8th. Never change your answer, Jessica. Right? Didn't you know that from school? Once you make an answer, don't change it. But it is kind of strange that it took them 8 missions before they realized, hey, we should probably bring a camera. And finally, of course, it is Naples. So I got hibiscus wrong and Apollo wrong. I only got 5. I got 5 with an exclamation point because I would have chosen hibiscus had it not been for your influence with the wrong answer. That's going to do it for this week, ladies and gentlemen. As always, thanks for playing along. And I remind you today, as I remind you every day, just be the best person that you can be. And if you are a great person today, be an even better person tomorrow. Chick Brew sends her love. And with that,